go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange.
Well, hello there, you awesome peoples. I go by Hooligan, and oh yeah, we about to do some Minecraft. In the last episode, we built this Babylonian, Mesopotamian-inspired citadel, metropolis, whatever you'd like to call it. And in this one, we need to expand it into an actual city with wharfs, villages, just all kinds of beautiful greenery. And well, that's what we're doing. You want to join me? Let's get to it. Well, what is up, my dudes? How's everybody doing today? I hope fantastic. I truly mean that. I'm just sitting here with my shulker monster. What does this mean? It means we have most of the resources that we need to start working on our city right now, which means we don't have to do any choring. So we're going to jump right into this one. Yeah, let's go build a dock. Alright, so it's going to be more of a large wharf than a dock. And you might be wondering, what kind of a weirdo content creator starts a video out with a big time-lapse? Me. Yeah, because I wanted to. Sound like a fun time. Anyways, we're working with the gradient going from brown to red, starting from the bottom. And we'll come in later and add a whole bunch of detail. Right now, we're just trying to get it shaped out so we know where stuff is going to go. And we do go ahead and do the foundation of the wharf as well. Otherwise, it would just be floating and it would look really weird. It's not that noticeable from the top. However, it does make a significant difference once everything ties together. So I'm glad I took the time to do it. It'll be worth it. It will be worth it. We run the length of the wharf all the way into that sandbank, and we just decide to stop there. We'll figure out how to cap that off and transition it later on. Now, fair warning, there is going to be a lot of time lapses in this episode. Why? Because we have a ridiculously large amount of stuffs to do's. Yeah, so that's just what has to happen. Otherwise, this video would be like 7 years long. But anyways, we're ready to build. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice big foundation to work with. And this is just on the one side. We still have a whole lot to do over there too. Also, this guy right here, yeah, he gets to live. General rule, if a wandering trader messes up my time-lapse footage, well, that's a capital offense. However, he had small drip leaves, so we're willing to let him slide. Yeah, you did good, buddy. Let's slap down some building plots and try to figure out our color palette for our road for our city. I haven't figured that out yet, but well, we will. We start setting up a simple little plan, just where greenery is going to go, where buildings are going to go, and how we're going to path our roads. Now, the buildings around the actual capital are going to be more colorful and bright than the rest of the buildings spread throughout the city. As we get further away, it'll become more rural. And we start playing around with the little palm tree design using dripstone and jungle leaves. And it comes out pretty cool. We're going to try to do a couple of different variations of palm trees. I don't know how they're going to come out. And then as I'm doing this, a lonely little guy decides he wants a hug, and he comes up behind me and gives me one. Yeah, that was not fun. I did not like that. He didn't pop our totem, luckily, but he did take half our hearts and made our heart in real life just absolutely drop. So now we got to take a minute and clean up this guy's mess. All in all, it could have been a lot worse. After taking a second to make sure nothing else was going to ambush us, we get back to work, adding another palm tree a little bit bigger, and our first bits of greenery on the lower level of the metropolis. And then as far as our houses go, we're going to be using a lot of terracotta. In this one right here, we're using light gray and mushroom block mixed together with a spruce trim and a little blue and white awning on one side, and then two greenery features heading down to the wharf. The next one, we go with a white terracotta. Yes, we are going to be using a lot of terracotta because, well, in ancient Mesopotamia, stone was a very rare resource. So that's kind of off the table as far as large quantities. We'll use a little bit here and there like we did for the foundation. But other than that, we're not going to be using a whole lot of stone. And we decided the leaves bordering our greenery, it had to go. So we replaced it with sandstone stairs. Now our next house is kind of a more traditional looking house, all made out of sandstone with a dark oak trim, and I think it came out pretty cool. And this one is the cocoa bean farmer's house. Came out pretty cute, kind of frames off the area. We had a little bitty dock. Moving on to the other side, we're going to go with a little water feature, and we're just going to kind of mock up a little bit of a jungle area with bamboo, jungle wood, and pitcher pods, and it comes out pretty cool. I vibe with it. And this right here is probably my favorite building of the build so far. It's a triple colored house, actually quadruple, with white, brown, lime, and yellow terracotta. I absolutely love that one. It's one of my favorite things to do is to mix the lime and the yellow terracotta. And for the last house on this side, we're just going back to our light gray and mushroom block. All right, so the east is essentially done. Well, besides some of the dock work down here, we also stole a couple llamas from a trader. They kind of fit the vibe, so they're sticking around. We're gonna have to name these guys, though. Now, I really want to go do some adventuring, get ourselves some drip leaves and spore blossoms from lush caves and other cool things we need to make our city really pop. However, before we do that, I really want to finish the south side here, because that'll complete the whole ocean-locked portion of the city. And I kind of just want to do it. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go adventuring. I said in the beginning, we're going to be doing a lot of building in this one. We go right back to work. We whip up 3 more palm trees using our dripstone design, all of them just a little bit different than the others. Now, full disclosure here, our ADHD takes over hard. We originally just wanted to get this section done right here, the wharf and then the buildings above it. Well, we don't even get to the buildings above it just yet because we get so stupidly distracted. You'll see here in a minute. Anyways, we frame this portion out. Our goal was simple. All we wanted to do was finish our wharf and put the buildings above it. Yeah, instead, we go ahead and terraform the entire west side of the capital here. Yeah, the entire thing, because that's what a sane, rational person would do whenever they have a goal set in mind. They just completely abandon it, right? Yeah. Anyways, we go ahead and we get ourselves a little plot set up for a future stable, and then we add in a nice little wheat field with 2 houses. Now, these houses are going to be significantly less grand than most of the rest of the houses in the city, but that's kind of what I was going for. So, and even though I just set up a plot for a stable, my brain said, nope, you're not doing that right now. You're building a carrot field. And I was like, whatever, brain. So that's what we did. And the house for this one actually comes out pretty cute. We use a jungle and mud base, and we just add in some more light gray terracotta mushroom block. Yep, I know, that's becoming a trend. And it comes out pretty cute. Add a little greenery just to make it pop. And I like it. Yeah. And then we remember, oh yeah, we were supposed to be doing something, building a stable. And this portion of the stable is specifically for camels and llamas. We'll have another section coming up for horses, but that'll be in just a little bit. And right here, we go add a little bit of greenery, and then we add ourselves a nice little well. And we go get our first little camel friends. I love camels in Minecraft, and it's debatable, but the baby camel, it might be the cutest mob in Minecraft. I don't know, but look at this little guy smile here in just a second. Just tell me he's not absolutely adorable. Yeah, anyways, we get him in his little pen, and then we go get our llamas. Now, the reason I say it's debatable whether they're the cutest in Minecraft, because once we get these little llama guys in their pens, we go ahead and we breed ourselves up a baby trader llama. And look how cute this guy is. I don't know which one's cuter. Anyways, this is going to be the actual horse stable, and we'll add a little, I don't know what you call it, a little pasture for the horses to roam into, but we'll do that later. And then right across from the stable, we set up ourselves a cattle rancher's house and a carrot farm. This is the actual carrot farm. The other one that I said was carrots, that one's potatoes. I was just dumb at the time. It happens. Anyways, we go with white terracotta for this one, with dark oak trim pretty much throughout the entire build. It really contrasts quite well together, and we're trying to make like square intersections for this portion of the city. It's just how the logical design would go. We decided against the horse pasture we're going to put right here, and instead we went with a little training area and maybe a place where they would be saddling up and preparing horses for journeys. And originally we made it way too small. We had to make it a lot bigger, and we still have a whole lot of stuff to do before we could go adventuring, but we're going to do it super duper quick. Now, a little side note, this YouTube journey of mine has been quite the journey, but let me be honest. It is like playing the Hunger Games with millions and millions of other competitors. It is rough. So if you are enjoying this, maybe consider dropping a like. I would appreciate it. But if not, I'm just glad you're here. Anyways, we still have a lot to do, so let's get back to work and get ready for the switch up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test, and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds, they can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
If you've never heard of that artist, his name is NEFFEX, and he is a very, very awesome creator and offers his stuff up for creators to use. Very, very cool. The link to his channel will be in the description. We went and grabbed Gastolf here so we could kind of showcase the wharf side of the city. We'll take a closer look in just a little bit, but it's looking pretty nice. We got a camel that's stuck there forever. I don't know how he got there, but he just kind of sits there. In time lapses, kind of looks like he's twerking. Not even joking. We are making some really good progress. We still have a lot to do though. We need to do this section right here. We need a bridge to go over here. We need a grand ziggurat right there. Ziggurat? Ziggurat? Well, however you pronounce it. And another city portion to surround it. Yes, and we need to do the north side of the city. All in all, we're getting really close. Let's take Gastolf here. We'll put him over by the wharf. And let's go walk through the city and show what we just did. Also, if anybody's wondering why it's always daytime in my time lapses and never rains, well, it does. It thunderstorms, it rains, and it's nighttime. My awesome time-lapse mod, though, just allows me to not render that so it doesn't look like a strobe light when you're watching it. Yeah, I assure you, I have to deal with thunderstorms and all that. So our wharf area came out pretty nice. It feels nice and cozy. I didn't want it to be too big. We may, at some point, possibly add a few piers coming out, but I'm calling it done. I like it. And as we come up from the wharf, I like to think of this as one of the two main entrances to the city. This one's the ocean side, and the other one will be up to the north. And there'll be other entrances too, but these are the big main open areas to enter. And as we come up here, we decided to put a little bazaar right here. Just a little cramped and cozy and cute. Now the road system here, this is not how it's going to be. We actually decided our roads over here. So we're going to need to get ourselves a whole bunch of sandstone stairs. And we're going to use those upside down in here to complete the pathing of the city. Once that's in, it'll look a lot better. Yeah, I definitely like that better. As far as our little bazaar, we have a little fruit vendor here, random goods vendors. Right over here, this guy's selling candles and wool. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. I put it here because I needed to cook up a bunch of smooth stone, honestly. And this guy right here is a food vendor, a restaurant, if you will. And then, of course, everywhere we got tons and tons of greenery. Some custom trees, some regular grown trees, and lots and lots of ferns, actually. They go really good in the desert. I don't know why, they just do. And this building here, I like to imagine it as an administrative building. People come into the city and they come here for information about the city. Maybe they're applying for housing in the city, whatever. I feel like this is a government building. And then right here, we have ourselves a couple more little custom trees. I was going for palm tree. It didn't quite go palm tree. I don't know, but I like it. And besides everything I said we still need to do in our city, there's a village right there and a village right there within view with max render distance. I'm not going to do too much of those, but I do think it would be cool if we added walls around the village and some color to make it stand out in the distance. It would add a lot of life to this city just because it's a distant view. Anyways, I got some adventuring I want to do. It's adventure break time. Let's head through another hub and get ready. We'll just let the pig rain happen for a second so we can repair up our shears. Yeah, for whatever reason, these guys are always aggroed to me, no matter how much time it's been. What's up, Snowflake? How you doing, buddy? I know. I've been gone a while. How things been? Are we doing cool here? Any creepers? All right. You keep up the good work, buddy. And of course, we got to say hi to Dave. What's up, Nug? Where's your pops? Hey, what's up, Dave? How you been, bro? Doing good? Oh, Nug's getting into some trouble at school? Oh, you know, that's how them little ones do. Well, you handle your business, bro. I know. I'll be back soon, okay? I'm almost done with this desert thing. We'll just grab a couple shulkers. And we got plenty of night vision. Alright, so our horses, we're going to get closer up to our desert outpost. And as far as our hay bales, we could harvest all this wheat, but I don't want to. I like my decorative wheat fields and I don't want to have to replant them. So I want to raid villages and I want to find some lush caves. And as far as where we've traveled so far, we've pretty much went every direction at least 5,000 blocks, except for southeast. So we're going to go southeast past our citadel, see what's over there. I don't know what we'll come back with. Let's find out. Alright, so right about here is as far as we've been southeast. We are not stealing these hay bales. We are relocating them for their own safety. You know, I'm not no rocket surgeon, but that house seems like it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, this one's a decent score. Okay, now that's a cool looking village. I almost don't want to rob them. I mean, I'm still going to, but I don't really want to. Seriously, Mojang, what is happening here? This is the second one. You guys had some good stuff. Yeah. Later, nerds. Oh, another village and an azalea. This is a little village. There are azalea trees all over this island, so we know there's a whole bunch of lush caves. That we're looking for an entrance that we can get into easy, and we find a pretty good one with a whole lot of stuff that wants to kill us. So we jump right in like any sane person would do, and we just get to fighting. We want to light up this entire first area so we can kind of secure our entrance and see how we want to get down to potentially the bigger portion of the cave. Now, this little cave here, it had 3 zombie villagers in it, which statistically is pretty awesome. If I was early game, I definitely would have tried to secure them. But I have infinite villagers, so there was absolutely no point. But anyways, we get to just rocking on these zombies and other mobs, and we do get our entrance secure. And we get down to the next level, and let me tell you, this is going to be one of the best caves I have ever found in Minecraft, like in any playthrough. This is the second level of it, but it gets even better. Feeling pretty secure, we start collecting all the beautiful things we came here for, specifically spore blossoms and small drip leaves. Those are the main things we want. We gather up a couple little things other than that as we go along, but mainly that's what we're here for. Oh, they're so beautiful, and they are not renewable. Why are they not renewable? Come on, Mojang, help us out here. Make them renewable. And it turns out, we were not as safe as we thought we were. A creeper tries to get us again. We collect up all the goodies from the second tier of this lush cave, and then we discover something really, really cool. This cave is absolutely awesome, not just for the resources, but it has a lot of big aquifers with tons of spore blossoms just hanging on the roof. So we pillar up and get them, and we jump down to the lower level. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This place is absolutely huge. Like, enormous, and I don't even know how far it goes, and I don't think we're gonna find out in this run, but we will be back here. Yeah. As that dork editor hooligan probably just said, this cave is expansive, and we got enough stuff, I believe. So we're going to get out of here, but we will mark the coordinates and definitely come back and do some more raiding later, because this thing is a jackpot. But now I see these guys. Okay, I gotta stop, or I'll be here forever. Well, we'll be back for this stuff. All in all, we did pretty good. Stack and a half of small drip leaves, almost a stack of spore blossoms. Well, not almost, but we got quite a bit of them. Yeah, I'm calling this a win. Now it's time to head back home, and we're gonna go up to the north, and then dip off to the west. That should be new territory. We see anything? Cool, we'll grab it. If not, we're going back to our main starter area. Yeah, we'll grab these real quick. Well, since we wanted over by our guardian farm, we can take the nether road back. This is by far one of my favorite things I've ever done. We love our hub so much. I want to do some more work to it. Step off to grab a few saddles. And I think we might as well just grab our horses right here next to our future Coliseum / raid farm and just bring them through the nether. This guy's really stubborn. There we go. Do we bring a donkey? Yeah. We love our desert project, but it does feel really nice to be back home. I think I'm going to have to do this one at a time. And this horse is a snail. Let's hope your friends are faster than you. I think this one's even slower. Good thing they're just for decoration. Okay, so I randomly picked the 3 slowest mounts that could ever possibly exist. Whatever. I'll get you guys some armor later, but I got stuff to build. So we jump right back in the grind and add a little bit of shape to our west wall, because it was just completely flat and kind of boring. Now the shape we put here, the little plot we put on top of it, it's going to be important for a build later on in this episode. Just trust me, it's going to be pretty cool. And we had a water feature and more greenery and flowers. Yes, we have greenery on greenery on greenery. And that's going to be a trend going forward until we get to the outskirts of the city. Yes, this entire area right here, this is all just the capital. But anyways, we go ahead and do the west wall up to the north. And you know I'm not scared to terraform, so let's go ahead and terraform the whole river and widen the bank on the other side and just get things set up to work with. Now we need to get the north side set up, but the sand was way too high. It came up to the very top of the wall, which would not allow for any fortification, so we had to get back to terraforming. One of my favorite things to do in this game, actually, if I'm being honest. Not only is it peaceful, but it just gives me a break sometime. Yeah, sometimes you just need a break. Anyways, we get to finish up our wall, and this is the last wall we actually have to put in. At least in the capital. Who knows how many more there'll be later. And since we finished this up, we go ahead and add the decorations to the west side. Just some water features and a bunch of gardening plots. Pretty cute. Now for the north side decorations, and well, we're sticking with familiar vibes. Now, as far as this little blank area right here, this little plot, I decided I just want to put a little gazebo right here with a random bucket in it. And for whatever reason, that bucket is sacred to the civilization. I don't know why. That's what I decided to do, because I wanted to, and I can. Anyways, we had a couple little just simple towers here, and then we need 2 farms to frame out the north entrance. Also, makes logical sense they would be here in a real ancient civilization. Markets and farmland are often right outside the gates, and this is another carrot farmer's house with a pretty cute little sandstone house. I really like it. On the other side, we're going to have a big wheat field surrounding a much more luxurious house. This one has a courtyard and several different rooms because he's very, very successful. Did I go with too much brown? Maybe, but I'm kind of running out of color palettes, and I want to try to stay as true to the era as possible, but also add in a little bit of fantasy to it. And I think it came out okay. We might change it up a bit later. And the last thing we need to do before we really rock this out is just set up a plan for the other entrance to our city, as well as build a bridge, which we already did. We are so stupidly close to having the capital done, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm giddy about it. This over here, this ain't for this episode. No. Anyways, let's grind this out real quick and finish this up strong.
off like a weapon, fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex, haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
I don't know how to stop, I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. You wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent, cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady, look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy, I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Alright, so first and foremost, no, I don't think I'm a god. No, but the song lined up so perfectly with what I was doing, I had to put it in. Yeah, I loved it. I really had fun doing that. And the timing of that was very hard to get down. Anyways, the city is looking awesome. Well, that's just the capital. That's not even the city, actually. Because the city is going to go from roughly there all the way probably to about right there. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go with this. Would it be insane if I terraformed and built the entire max render distance from the center of the capital? Yeah, it would. Am I going to do that? No. Or am I? Am I? Probably not. Yeah, I'm ready to move on. But we still have a bit more to do. Just not in this episode. Let's take a look at a couple of the highlights that we just did. As we come into the west side, we have another little market. This one's a little different, though, because this one, it has a animal market, a livestock market. Now, the decorations are a little bland in the stalls and whatnot. Why? Because I don't have any animals yet, and I don't really want to decorate it until I do. As far as our decorations for the actual capital, we're pretty much happy with everything. There might be a few little tweaks here and there, but we don't regret much. The north side entrance feels pretty warm and inviting, honestly. Yeah, if I was a traveler coming through the desert and I saw this, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to stop off here. I'll see what's going on. And of course, the sacred bucket. We worship this bucket, but we don't talk about this bucket. And with a combination of roughly 250 days in this episode and 250 days getting the base for the capital set up, these iron golems have just started wandering over from villages, just wandering in the desert. And while I appreciate them for taking out pillager patrols and stuff, they also killed all the pumpkin-headed mobs I had stashed around here. So, thank you, but I don't want you going over to my fields and breaking my crops, so you're probably going to have to go, bro. Maybe I'll just lead them over back to the village. I don't really want to kill them. Oh, wait, did they wander over here because I have bells around the capital? Does that count as a village? Ah. Huh. Well, my dudes, that's about all I have for me in this one. Yes, this was about a month in the workings. Do I regret it? No, I'm pretty dang happy. But we're still not done. But we're close. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I truly mean that. I love making this content, and it means a lot that you all enjoy it. And if you didn't, let me know. Let me know what you didn't like. And if you did, let me know what you did like. But for now, I'm out, dudes. Yeah, peace and love. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.